My name is Akari. I'm 28 years old and balancing a career with being a housewife. I've been married to my husband Koichi for 2 years now. We don't have any children, but coming home to the same house as Koichi every day brings me a sense of happiness. Koichi, I made croquets for dinner today. You like croquets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Koichi, is something wrong? You seem down.
It's nothing. Let's eat.
Really? Although I'm satisfied with our married life, Koichi seems to have some dissatisfaction. Even when I ask him directly, if there's something on your mind, tell me. We're a married couple, right? He just keeps telling me.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Since he insists nothing is wrong, I don't ask any further, but one day, something shocking happened. I came home to find Koichi already back. Welcome home, you're early today. But Koichi didn't respond. As I noticed a piece of paper on the table, I felt something was wrong. What's this? When I checked, I realized it was divorce papers. What?
We should get divorced. Sign the papers.
What does this mean? I don't understand.
Well, I never expected you to be infertile. That's a big lie to hide. So I'm going to divorce you.
What? I was confused and couldn't get what he was saying. Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
We've been trying for 2 years since we got married, but it never happened. There's no other explanation. You must be infertile.
What? You can't just assume that. If you really think that, let's go to the hospital together.
It's usually the woman's fault anyway. I was hoping to pass on my superior genes to the next generation.
What does that mean?
Anyway, I'm done with you. Sign the divorce papers.
No matter how much we talked, there was no sign of resolution. So, I had no choice but to sign the divorce papers.
Ah, finally. Now I can get a new woman!
Koichi said that to me as if he was being sarcastic. I was devastated, but went through with the divorce. A while later, I met a man named Yuto at work.
What? Akari, you got divorced?
Yeah, a lot happened.
Take it easy at work. Just focus on taking care of yourself for now.
Thanks to his kindness, I didn't suffer as much from the divorce as I thought I would. And he was also always there for me at work, giving me advice and support. And I found myself falling for him over time. One day, Yuto said,
Akari, do you wanna go out with me?
What?
But if you haven't been over your divorce, it's fine. I understand you and back off.
I never expected him to confess his feelings, and I was confused. But I felt this might be fate, and I decided to go on a date with him. Okay, let's go on a date. I look forward to it.
Really? That's amazing!
We dated for about 6 months before deciding to get married. Before the wedding, Yuto said,
I wanna have one child.
That reminded me of what Koichi had said, and I made a sour face.
What's wrong, Akari?
Well, the reason I divorced my ex-husband was because we couldn't have children. He blamed me, saying it was my fault.
I see. You went through a lot.
Yes, so if we try for children and can't, I might disappoint you.
No way.
What?
I do want kids, but it's not the most important thing. I just want you by my side. That's enough for me to be happy.
Yuto. Hearing Yuto say that brought tears to my eyes.
You don't have to cry over it.
Sorry, but I'm just so happy.
Well, it doesn't sound like you know for sure that you can't have a baby yet. Do you want to get checked out? I'll go with you.
Really? Thank you. I was too scared to go alone, so I never got tested.
Of course. Let's go to the hospital together.
With Yuto by my side, we decided to go to the hospital for a checkup. The results of the test were...
Both of you are fine. There's no sign of infertility.
Really? I'm so relieved.
Great news, Akari.
Thank you. Yuto, you helped me gather the courage to go through with the tests. Thinking about my ex-husband tried to blame everything on me. The relief quickly turned into anger towards Koichi.
Now that we know you can have a baby, let's go home.
Yeah, let's go. Yuto and I continued to have a happy life together, and soon our long-awaited child was on the way. My baby, I finally get to meet you.
I've already chosen a name. Let's call him Seiya.
Seiya. Yeah, I think that's a great name. So, my life with Yuto and Seiya began. Seiya was quite a handful as a young child, and I learned how challenging and demanding parenting could be. Soon enough, Seiya grew up, and he was already a middle school student before I knew it. Time flies when you're raising kids. It feels like just yesterday he was a little boy.
Mom, stop staring at me like that.
I'm just so happy to see how much you've grown.
Stop, Mom!
Oh, don't say that. We're family. Let's be closer.
I said stop it!
I couldn't help but to tease the child I had raised with love.
Hey, let's head out now.
Oh, all right. Today we were going out shopping. We headed to the nearby shopping mall together.
Dad, I want a soccer ball.
All right. Akari, are you coming with us?
I want to look at some clothes first, so let's meet up later.
Got it.
We decided to split up for a while. I went to my favorite clothing store, but I ended up running into an unexpected person.
Is that you? Akari?
Huh? I turned to see who had called me, and it was my ex-husband, Koichi. It had been about 17 years since we last saw each other, and he looked older, but it was definitely him.
Whoa, what a surprise running into you here.
Same here. I was surprised.
You've aged a bit, haven't you? You're starting to look like an old lady.
You too, though. I wanted to say that, but I knew I would be in trouble, so I kept quiet. Just then...
Dad!
Dad? A boy who called Koichi his father approached us.
Oh, Kenji, did you finish shopping? Yeah. Let me introduce you to Akari. He's my son, Kenji.
Koichi, you have a child?
Of course. What did you expect? And my son is perfect and genius. He's the ideal son who inherited my brilliant genes. He's great at academics and sports. Plus, he's handsome, just like me.
Wow, he sounds amazing. Good for you.
Stop it. How about you? Still dealing with infertility? Too bad you can't have children, huh? Such a pity girl.
He even went so far as to assume that I couldn't have children and pity me. That really annoyed me, so I decided to tell him the truth. Let me introduce you to my son, too.
What?
When I said that, my son Seiya returned at the perfect moment.
Mom? What's going on? Mom? Akari? Who is this kid?
Please don't call him a kid like that. He is my son.
What? That's impossible!
Koichi looked completely dumbfounded.
You're lying! You were supposed to be infertile! You can't have children!
That's just something you assumed, isn't it? We had ourselves tested at a hospital, and I'm not infertile. I answered him, and he looked stunned. At that moment, my husband also arrived.
Hey, Seiya, don't run off on your own.
Who's this guy?
This is my husband, Yuto.
You're really married?
I told you, though.
Akari, who is this guy?
Oh, this person is... Just as I was about to introduce him.
Anyway, I have to go. Kenji, let's go!
With that, he left. Oh dear, I was going to introduce you to.
Who was that? What just happened?
That was my ex-husband.
What? That was him? Did he bother you?
No, we just caught up a little. As Koichi rushed away, he looked rather pathetic. Well, I don't think we'll ever meet again. Thinking that, I continued to enjoy shopping with my family. A few days later, I discovered an astonishing truth. Having finished my housework early, I decided to enjoy a cup of coffee at a cafe. Huh? Is that? As I entered, I spotted Koichi at the cafe. I quickly hid. Why is he here? This is awkward. I was gonna leave, but a waiter guided me to a seat, so I decided to stay. Luckily, the seat I was guided to was out of his line of sight, though close enough to overhear his conversation. As I watched discreetly, it seemed Koichi had company. The other person was a flashy-looking woman sitting next to a man. I could hear their conversation, so I listened in quietly. That's how it is. Please understand.
No! How can I possibly understand? Kenji isn't my child?
What? Kenji has been through so much. calling you Dad even though you weren't his real father. But I've reached my limit. I'm going to divorce you and live with this man here, Tatsuya.
That's how it is, so please give up.
Wait! Why are you doing this?
Why? Because you had a lot of money, so I thought you would be a money tree for a while. Otherwise, I would never have gotten involved with a man like you. When you used to come to the bar where I worked, you were always bragging about how much money you had. But now that Tatsuya's work is successful and we can live together, I'm done with you.
But Kenji is my child!
Didn't you know? I secretly took yours to the hospital to check, because I was worried about having a child with you. It turns out you are infertile.
What?
You couldn't have children even if you tried. By the way, Kenji's real father is Tatsuya, and Kenji said he doesn't want to live with you anymore. Of course, he prefers his real father.
Yeah, he keeps bragging to me too. Honestly, it's annoying. No, wait!
Goodbye. Don't ever show your face again. With that, Koichi's wife and the man who seemed to be her lover, and the son who was supposed to be Koichi's, left the cafe. Koichi sat there alone and looked confusing. I just witnessed something incredible. I was so shocked by the story that I forgot to drink my coffee. Then, Koichi noticed me.
Oh,
Oh no, he saw me.
Akari, oh.
Koichi quickly left the cafe, apparently embarrassed. Given that his infertility and the fact that his wife had deceived him were all exposed, it was no wonder he felt awkward. I thought I would never forget what I heard today as I left the cafe. After his wife and child left him, Koichi couldn't remarry and now lives a lonely life. As for me, I continue to live a peaceful life with Yuto and Seiya.